Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids and this is my review of the Asus Eee PC 1005 PE. Now there's been plenty of Asus Eee PCs around before. This is the new upgraded model. It's basically running an Atom N450 processor running at 1.66 GHz. It's got 1 GB of RAM, a 250 GB hard drive, a 10.1 inch SVGA screen, and it also has Bluetooth and Wi-Fi built in. Now I'll give you a quick tour around the laptop. This is obviously the top of the laptop here. On this side of the laptop we've got the input for the power supply. We've also got a WSVGA connector for connecting to an external monitor, a USB connection, and also Kensington lock for if you want to secure it down to your desk. This bit here is just a vent for letting out some of the heat that the laptop generates. Around the back we've just got that hinge for the screen, and then on this side we've got a gigabit Ethernet port, 2 further USB sockets, and then we've got a microphone and earphone socket here, and then an MMC and SD card reader. Around the front of the machine we've just got 2 little LED lights which show hard drive activity and if you're charging the unit. And the underside we've got obviously the battery. We've got a lock switch here which locks the battery in place. If I unclip the lock switch and then unclip this one as well and pull the battery out, this actually removes the battery from the unit, and then putting it back in place, simple matter of slotting it back in and locking it down. Under this little flap here you can gain access to the memory, and if we open the laptop up here you will see the 10.1 inch screen. Let's just power this on so you can see the screen actually on. Just above the screen we've got a webcam here. If memory serves me right, and please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but this webcam is a 1.3 megapixel webcam. And then the actual keyboard is a very nice size, the chiclet style design that we've all come to know and love. We also get a massive battery life on this little laptop. We get 11 plus hours of battery life, absolutely fantastic. It comes with Windows 7 Starter. You can see this is the login screen. Windows 7 Starter installed, so fantastic battery life. What is it like to type on? Well, it's very comfortable to type on. These are very nicely spaced keys, much like a MacBook or MacBook Pro, just a tiny little bit smaller, but you get good response from the keys. And the trackpad is the only bit I think that lets it down. Now the reason I think it lets it down is because there's not enough to differentiate the trackpad to the actual casing of the laptop. So you can't really tell where the trackpad starts and ends other than these very fine dimples that are actually on the trackpad area. The camera probably won't pick up the difference between the dimples and the gloss casing that sits next to it. I also am not that keen on the trackpad button. I prefer to have a separate left and right trackpad button rather than this sort of rocker type button, but that said it works very well. There are some further LEDs on the top of the case here, just to show things like if the wireless is on, etc., and the hard drive activity and the battery status. So overall a very good laptop, although I do think the trackpad lets it down. The screen's very nice, the performance is okay if all you're doing is perhaps email and surfing the internet, but anything more taxing, even though it's got that N450 processor in it, it will struggle a little. So thank you very much for listening. This has been my review of the Asus Eee PC 1005 PE. This particular model will cost you round about £275 in the UK. Well, please do keep checking back on the Geekanoids channel for more great video reviews. And if you want to get my regular updates, please follow me on Twitter just by following @Geekanoids. This video is sponsored by mymemory.com. For great prices, fast delivery and reliable customer support, visit mymemory.com.